Welcome to this Mini Vini. I like to call it a Mini Vini because it's a mini Vinyasa flow of a sun salutation. So with sun salutations, if you go to a yoga class, it's pretty intense. They're moving you through a lot of intense poses pretty quickly because you're going with for breath. So I like to slow it down and do a Mini Vini. We're going to start in child's pose. So I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps that we're going to be in so you can get really familiar with them. So child's pose into a kneeling plank, then we lower down halfway, and then we come all the way down into cobra or back bend. So I'm just going to show you first all those poses. So child's pose, you reach your seat towards your feet and your arms come overhead. And your knees can be as wide as you need here. There's no right or wrong position. And just get familiar with this. You can go side to side a little bit. See how comfortable you are in this position. You can shake your head out. And then we're going to come into our kneeling plank. So you're going to shift forward. You're going to set your shoulders on top of your wrists. And hopefully, I'm in somewhat of a diagonal neutral spine here. You don't want to have this happening and you don't want to be up too high here. So if you can think of your spine on a diagonal line, that's best. Then I've got my shoulders in neutral, so I'm not sinking in here. And then I'm going to just bend my arms. So I'm doing like a push-up, lowering down halfway, just bending at the elbows. I didn't move the shoulder blades, and you can tell I'm shaking here. And then we're going to lower all the way down. And this is cobra. This is where you're in a baby back bend. Use your core here. We're not using the hands to press up. I don't care how high you can arch up here. Arch as high as you can with your core and keeping your form clean. And then we're going to press back into child's pose. So those are the 4 poses we're going to go through. And we're going to add the breath this time. And go with your breath. Let your breath be your guide here. So we exhale here in child's pose. Setting the core. We're going to inhale, shift forward into our kneeling plank. Exhale, we're just going to bend the elbows. Inhale all the way down to the earth. Coming into cobra. And exhaling back into child's pose. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach forward. Stacking your joints. And then exhaling, we're going to lower that line a little bit. Really think about your form and your core here. And then inhale all the way down, slow and controlled. Find your back arching here. And exhaling into child's pose. All right, we're going to try that again. Inhale, kneeling plank. Your collarbones stay really wide here. Exhale. Don't let your shoulder blades move. It's just bending at the arms. And then inhale, lots of control as you lower all the way down, freeing up your hands. And then exhaling back. Child's pose. All right, we're going to try it one more time. You've got this. And if the breath is kind of, causing you not to remember what you're doing, don't worry about the breath. Just make sure you breathe. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, think about your abdominals as you come into the kneeling plank. Exhale, lower to your degree. Inhale all the way down. Here's your baby or tiny back bend. And exhaling, child's pose. Nice. And then if you start to feel your wrist, go ahead, come up to kneeling and just shake your wrists out. And let's interlace the fingers and do a little wave here. A nice job practicing your Mini Vini. Eventually you're going to get to the point where you can add a few more poses and maybe do a full sun salutation.